Not that gone wild. Well, this week did not go as I expected.
Yeah, this week absolutely sucked for Pick'ems.
Speaking of Pick'ems, let's give a shout out to the top two players in our Pick'em League that are both tied for first, with records of 31 and 17.
Also going over our bets for last week. The ones in green hit, and the ones in red lost.
I'm pretty sure the NFL is on drugs this season.
You have some teams that should not be undefeated and some teams that have never won a game that should definitely have won one.
Not to mention every team seems to be riddled with injuries.
Speaking of an injury-riddled team, the New England Patriots got their ass handed to them on Thursday Night Football. Aaron Rodgers seems to be back to MVP form, and for the first time in almost 10 years, the Jets have beaten the Patriots at home. Personally, I'm really looking forward to seeing the Jets play the Bills this year, as I think that will be a phenomenal game.
Yeah, I guess the Jets no longer suck, but do you know who's absolutely sucking? Is the Tennessee Titans, who got their ass handed to them by their former quarterback Malik Willis. If Will Levis can limit his mistakes, I think the Titans will be just fine. And the Packers should be very, very glad that they're still winning games without Jordan Love.
Since we're talking about unexpected victories, I guess we should talk about the Houston Texans, who got their ass handed to them by the Vikings. I really just cannot believe that Sam Darnold is that good. I'm excited to see the Packers play the Vikings this week, I can tell you that much. Our Vikings fans went into this season with so much despair with J.J. McCarthy missing the entire year, and they are getting the very unexpected surprise of being undefeated going into Week 4, and honestly, I'm happy for them.
Who I'm not happy for is the Chicago Bears, who still cannot win a game unless their defense and special teams are doing it. The Colts, on the other hand, are finally getting to see Anthony Richardson's true rookie season. He's a fascinating quarterback to watch. He'll make an absolutely godlike throw. Then the very next down is a horrible throw. Hopefully he can stay healthy and blossom into a solid quarterback for the Colts.
Well, I'll tell you who is not blossoming into a solid quarterback, Deshaun. Please don't rape me, Watson. The Browns are looking like an absolute disaster. I know they paid Deshaun Watson all that money, but they should have traded him or cut him and kept Joe Flacco. I think the Browns would be an absolute juggernaut if not for Deshaun Watson at quarterback. And the Giants, congratulations, you finally won a game. Honestly, I thought the Browns defense would stifle your pathetic offense, but I guess Malik Nabers just could not be stopped. 2 touchdowns and 78 yards is pretty phenomenal for a rookie, so we'll give the Giants their flowers this week.
Speaking of giving teams their flowers after beating the Chargers 20-10, honestly, I cannot believe that they are still undefeated, but that is the magic of Steeler football for you.
While the magic may not be running out for the Steelers, it is running out for the Buccaneers, who got their ass handed to them 26-7. Baker Mayfield is getting sacked so much, soon he's going to get an injury. What an absolute embarrassment to be beaten by the Broncos. Hopefully the Bucs can bounce back, though, but only time will tell.
Now, this game was a phenomenal one to watch if you enjoy defense. The Saints were held to 3 points for the majority of the game. I have never seen a defense bounce back from a horrible performance like the Eagles' defense did against the Saints. The Eagles' offense was injured to hell, but they managed to pull out a victory with some Jalen Hurts, Dallas Goedert, and Saquon Barkley magic. We'll see how the Saints can fare against the Falcons, but it looks like their insanity run is over for now.
Well, with that insanity run ending, another is beginning in Carolina with Andy Dalton, 300 yards and 3 touchdown passes. If he continues to play well, Bryce Young is going to be a Walmart greeter in a few months. Seriously, though, Bryce Young needs to be sent somewhere where he can develop, because Carolina does not have a good track record with young quarterbacks. Now, as far as the Raiders are concerned, I think they came into this game thinking they had already won it. But clearly this proves you have to take every opponent seriously.
If there is an opponent that should not be taken seriously, it is the Miami Dolphins at this point. The Dolphins are the only team in the NFL to never have a lead in a football game. They did win a football game, but that field goal came when it was 0 seconds left on the clock. Shockingly, the Seahawks are 3-0, and nobody is talking about them. For good reason, might I add. Their competition was the Broncos, the Patriots, and the hospitalized Dolphins. I'm looking forward to seeing if Seattle can continue their run.
Who I don't think will be continuing their run is the San Francisco 49ers, who took on the LA Rams. What an absolute shocker of a game the Rams fought with every bone left in their body and pulled out a victory. This game basically came down to which hospitalized team was less injured. And with Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua out, the Rams showed that they could still get it done.
Speaking of close games, the Lions defeated the Cardinals this week. The Lions definitely are injured, and it's showing. I really thought the Cardinals would win this week, but it looks like they're still not quite good enough to beat the best of the best in the NFC. Hopefully Marvin Harrison Jr. can continue to play well and help turn the Cardinals' future around.
Next up, we have the Baltimore Niggas taking on the Dallas Cowboys. The Niggas almost choked this game away like they had swallowed a fried chicken bone, but thankfully they were able to pull out the win. I am not trusting the Ravens this year, as they are showing very little consistency and dominance. The Cowboys better win this week against the Giants. If they don't, they're going to get laughed at for the entire week.
What did you say, Joe?
It's cool. He has the pass.
I really have a lot of questions on the officiating of the Chiefs-Falcons game. There was blatant pass interference that was not called. And it didn't make it any better that the play calling for the Falcons at the end of the game sucked. The Falcons falconed this game in the end. And the Chiefs' defense keeps winning them games because their offense is not quite there yet.
Now, Monday Night Football, I thought the game to watch would be the Jaguars at the Bills. How absolutely wrong I was. The Jaguars played horribly, losing 47-10, an absolute blowout in Buffalo.
Yeah, the second quarter wasn't even finished by the time I switched to the Bengals-Redskins game, which was way better. I don't think anybody expected the Bengals to start 0-3, but stranger things have happened. Jaden Daniels seems to be performing well, and the Bengals players keep talking so much trash before games, but never backing it up. The defense of the Bengals is suspect, and hopefully it can improve.
Well, guys, thanks for watching our reactions to Week 3 in the NFL. Our picks for Week 4 in the NFL will be coming out tomorrow.
See you later, guys.